Hello and welcome back. Today's topic is EX Emerald. Was it short printed? I think this is a really interesting topic because we know a lot of recent sets and their print run information to some degree. Generally what people have received from distribution, and famously sets like Team Up, which didn't get a second print run, and that's led to a lot of their value right now. So I think it's interesting when you look right back over 20 years, it gets really murky to see what the actual print runners were. But before we get to that, let's look at some cards. So, EX Emerald. I don't have many EX Emerald cards. I have a few commons. Get it to focus a little better. So got Love Disc here. Some really nice artworks in this set, even just for the commons and uncommons. It sort of really goes well with the sort of blue background. So got Love Disc. Got Snorant. I don't think I ever opened a pack of EX Emerald. I actually have no clue where these commons came from. I just know that I had them in my childhood binder. I like this guy a lot. Snorant. We've got Mudkip. This is really like a chibi sort of look, isn't it? He's like so cute and so serious at the same time. And Pichu. So it's interesting to note on Emerald that it actually had no Japanese equivalent set. It was made up of, I think, a Japanese deck, and a few other Japanese products. So there's actually no Japanese associated set to go with EX Emerald, which means that it also had no gold stars, which is a bit of a break because the two sets before it, starting with Team Rocket Returns and then with EX Deoxys, both had gold stars, but then EX Emerald didn't. I love this Pikachu. I think this is a really cool Pikachu. I don't know why, it's like the color of the darker Pikachu with the yellow. I think it's really cool. Pikachu. So that's all the commons I have from EX Emerald. Like 5 commons, and I have no idea where they came from. But next up, we have a reverse holo Mudkip. So this card I actually picked up about a month ago off eBay. And I've been browsing eBay with the EX Emerald for like 5 years now. And I stumbled upon this last month and it was $5 buy it now. $5 Australian, and I was very confused. I like double checked, I triple checked. I bought it and I was wondering if I was actually going to get sent a real card. But it's real and it's pretty nice condition, honestly. It's a nice card. So I think what they've done, what they must have done, is they've looked at the price of a regular Mudkip, which go for about $4 or $5 on eBay in Australia. Instead of the actual price, this is probably worth, it's probably about $40 or $50. So I picked that up. And then, actually I should leave these here, shouldn't I? Not that you can actually see them at all. And then finally, we have this guy, Regirock EX. I love EX cards so much. This one I got about a year ago in an auction off eBay. I think I paid about $65 for this guy. And this is just a really nice clean copy. It's not perfect. I think it's like, it's hard to tell on the camera. I think it's like a lightly played copy. But really nice. Just the vibe of these is so... It's like the CG art with the swirly background. It's like nothing else you really see. It's like so iconic, I think, to this time period in the TCG. Regirock EX. And these are pretty rare. So back to the topic of this video. I've been sort of browsing eBay, looking at EX era sets for maybe 5 years now. And I've noticed over that time, there's 3 sets in particular that I've noticed just seem to have less supply compared to the rest of them. And there's a few sets that have probably a little bit more supply. So obviously one of them is EX Emerald. I feel like whenever you search for EX Emerald, you sort of rarely ever see many new cards coming out for sale. Possibly due to that, the fact that there's no gold stars, the fact that it's just a deck and some other products sort of put together, meant that this probably didn't sell that well when it came out, probably wasn't reprinted, and therefore there's probably less supply, I would say, than some of the other sets. That's what I've sort of noticed just from browsing. The other 2 sets, one of them is Team Aqua and Magma, which also seems to have hardly any just supply available coming to the market on eBay. And then the third one is EX Deoxys, which is sort of the famous one from the era that everyone sort of, people know there's less of it and it's in high demand. I think what the reason for that could be is due to the gold stars that exist in EX Deoxys compared to obviously Team Magma, Team Emerald. There's no gold stars. It was probably opened up a lot more during the mid-2000s, the 2010s, back when people actually could afford to just hunt gold stars. But yeah, going to the supply of these EX Emerald cards, I had a look before making this video just on eBay in Australia, and there's just not many listed. So Regirock, this guy here, we have 1 listing for 200 Australian dollars. Registeel, another 1 listing for $200. And there's also a PSA 8 copy for $250. Regice is a $250, a $300 one, and then there's also an auction currently going at the moment for, currently it's $80, but probably it'll hit, I'd say, about $150 by the time it closes. Raichu EX, one of my favorite cards, probably my favorite card in EX and possibly the whole EX era, to be honest. It's such a beautiful EX. I'd love to own that card. Currently there's one for $100, beautiful condition. Only problem is it's in Spanish. So there's no English Raichu currently listed in Australia. I checked the Sandstorm because it's a Sandstorm variant as well. There's 5 currently listed for Sandstorm EX. The rest of the EXs in EX Emerald, you got Melodic. There's a PSA 4 for $290, PSA 7 for $500. And then Deoxys, there's 1 listed in Raw for $690. It's the only copy available. And it's just incredible how rare some of these cards are and how no one seems to be talking about it at all. There's a few other EXs in the set. You've got Altaria, Cacturne, Camerupt, Dusclops, Medicham. They all have a few copies. They're a bit cheaper, those ones. I think just slightly less desirable Pokemon. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think EX Emerald was short printed? I'm always really curious. It's so interesting to me to look at these cards and how many actually still exist. How many of them are floating around, how many are in collections, how many are lost, never to be found again, how many are still in boxes. So cool. Yeah, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching.